Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and hello friends. It's Debsy and the place to be, it's Debsy. That's me, Debsy. So welcome to Friday, it's Friday. We made it and it's payday. Let's dance it out for a second. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so welcome to Friday. Welcome to the first Real Housewives Friday. So the only Real Housewives show that's on right now that I watch is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love me some Real Housewives. And I think one of my favorite franchises is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love, anybody who knows me, knows that I just love and am addicted to everything Hollywood and LA and entertainment industry. I love all the sparkle and the bougie and the shishi. I love all of that. So without any ado, I'm going to get into season 12, The Real Housewives. Well, they started off with some footage of what everybody has been talking about from the last couple months, and that was Dorit Kemsley's break-in, the break-in in her house. And it was widely reported in the news. Her husband, PK, was still in London. Her PK and Dorit and the kids, her two kids, were in London for a wedding. And Dorit and the kids had come back early. And it was kind of ironic because they showed the kids having a private karate lesson and talking about how, you know, it instills confidence in them. And they're talking about how they fight away the invaders. And then 5 hours later, we find out that Dorit Kemsley's house was broken into by two masked invaders, two masked men. They held her at gunpoint, and they held her at gunpoint. She pleaded for her life, and she had said on the after show on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, that what she thinks saved her and saved her children was the fact that she kept so calm. Like, she at first pleaded and said, please don't hurt me. Please don't, I'm a mother. Please don't hurt me. I need to care for my babies. Please don't hurt them. She even showed them exactly where everything was at and said, please take whatever you want. Please don't hurt me. And then even had said to them, listen, you've taken enough. You might, you're going to get in trouble now. So can you please leave? And they had left, and her children didn't hear any of it. But it was very scary, and my heart really went out to her because you could tell that she was really shook by this. So there was that, and they like I said, they opened with that, with footage from the break-in. And then had gone in a little bit more to the other housewives. Let's get into the other housewives. The one housewife that I cannot stand. I have never liked her. Sorry if anybody that's watching this really likes Lisa Rinna. I've never liked Lisa Rinna. I can't stand her. My mother can't stand her. I've never liked her. I didn't even like her when she was on Days of Our Lives the first time. So her only storyline, and every year her storyline, she doesn't have a storyline. So she always tries to stir the pot with everybody else to get a storyline. Unfortunately, and this is sad to say, I don't like her, but her mother was on there, Lois. I did enjoy Lois. Lois was a lovely lady, and sadly her mother had passed away. That is terrible. Because when anybody's mother passes away, it's just a sad thing. But her mother did seem to be a very lovely woman. But the only storyline that she seems to now have is one of the MVPs from last season, Sutton Strack. She had gone on to Watch What Happens Live. Andy Cohen had asked her something. I can't even remember what it was. And she had brought up the fact that Lisa Rinna had gone to the Elton John's, every year Elton John has a dinner to help raise money for AIDS research. And Sutton had paid for an entire table. And I think an entire table was like $70,000 or something like that. She paid for the whole table, and Lisa Rinna and her husband, Harry Hamlin, were guests. And so she basically just said, she didn't pay, like I paid for her ticket and the table, and I never got a thank you. And she was just saying that because last season Rinna made this big deal about how, Harry Hamlin made this pasta, made this spaghetti sauce, made this marinara sauce, and we dropped some off to Garcelle. And even though you thanked me, Garcelle, you didn't send back a text message saying, oh, thank you again. You didn't jump through hoops saying thank you. And Garcelle was like, I said thank you once. I don't know how much I need to say thank you, which true. That's true. How much do you have to thank you? It's Harry Hamlin and his fucking sauce. Come on. He probably just opens up a can of Prego, dumps in some spices and whatever. Okay, how much do you have to say thank you? So Sutton Strack was being like, well, listen, if you didn't say it, you think that it's terrible that Garcelle, my girl, didn't say thank you. Well, listen, how about this? You didn't say thank you whenever I paid all this money for you and your husband to come to this dinner. So now Lisa Rinna's, that's not true. That's not true. I've seen things showing where it is true that Sutton actually paid for the dinner. And then she comes back and says, Rinna says, I have gone to it before and I've paid many years. No, I've seen different records showing where she's never actually paid. She's been a guest at Elton John, this Elton John charity dinner. So what's that? So there we go. That's going to be her whole thing, the whole season. It's going to be, and Rinna is the person that brought Sutton onto the show a couple seasons ago. Like last season, Sutton was a full-time housewife. The year before, she was just a friend. A friend that was featured in every episode, but she was a friend of Rinna. Rinna is supposedly like such great friends with her. Rinna is a bullshit friend to her. She's not a friend. So that's gonna be her only thing. That and shit stirring with Kathy Hilton, it looks like. Okay, now, and we're gonna get down to Sutton. I love Sutton. Sutton is maybe my second favorite. My first favorite on the show is Queen Garcelle. And I love how Sutton stood up to Erica Jane. Everybody else last year was like, I think I have questions about her and this and that. And the only people that really said anything was Sutton and Garcelle. Okay, I love Sutton, but this season, Sutton met with Kyle, another person I'm not that big a fan of, met with Kyle at Kyle's house after the incident with Dorit had happened and with the break-in. And Kyle was saying, was talking about it and it had shaken her. It was a very scary thing that had happened to Dorit. She was held at gunpoint with a gun to her head. And at one point they were yelling, kill her. It's scary. And Kyle was saying, was talking about it, and Sutton had made a very strange kind of insensitive comment where she kind of just brushed it off. I don't think she's uncaring, but I think this comment was very uncaring, and she just seemed to brush off everything that horrific that had happened to Dorit and was like, well, I have problems too. I have to deal with this French designer, and I have to deal with this French designer. And Kyle was like, wait, what? our friend was just almost killed. Like Dorit said, this is how I'm gonna die. And she just comes back and was like, well, I had this problem with this French designer that I was like, okay, please don't tell me that this jinx is gonna happen. Because a lot of times I will really love a housewife and I'll be like, hooray, I love her. Like with Leah on Real Housewives of New York City. Loved Leah in her first season. And then halfway through, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. And then the first episode of the most recent season of Real Housewives of New York, Leah was on there. She was in some kind of Star Wars sex addict outfit where she was like, where she was all like, boobies up. And I was like, nope. I don't like that. So there's that. We'll see what's going to go on with that. Not too much going on with Garcelle. Garcelle's a queen. Garcelle is the queen of the show. She has taken over Elisa Vanderpump's crown directly on there. So, okay, let's get to Erica. Okay, and wait, Crystal Minkoff. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Anyways, last year at the start of the season, boring, didn't like her. Near the end of the season, kind of came around to her. This season, her and Sutton are in a good place. That's always good to see. Not too much is going on with her. Now, Erica Jane Girardi. Erica Jane. She's illegally separated now, so I don't know if she's Erica Girardi. But she appears this year that there's going to be like a storyline with her drinking and taking drugs. I don't know. But she did claim, number one, that she's seeing someone. She's having a lot of sex. Great. Who cares? And she also claimed that the bankruptcy court has declared and has said that she did not touch any of the money, that was supposed to be going to the victims of the Lion Air crash. And so last year, allegedly, her soon-to-be ex-husband, Tom Girardi, from what I understand, like an icon in the lawyering field out in California, now disbarred. I believe it actually was Girardi and Keese had put $20 million into Erica Girardi's LLC, the same LLC that consistently and every year loses increasingly more money. It's never made a profit. And people were all up in arms about it, which they should, because money that was won for burn victims and widows and orphans and victims of, this horrific crash over in Indonesia, they didn't get their money. And all this money was being funneled into all this, into this LLC that she claims she never knew anything about. She signed the papers. She signed all the tax documents. Didn't know anything about it. We're not getting into all this because I could go off. So she's coming back saying the bankruptcy court said, no, Erica Jane, you didn't touch any of that money from Lion Air. You didn't touch that $20 million. So she's like, I'm in the free and clear. And, the producer, the Bravo producer was asking about it. And she was like, well, Bravo can just do their due diligence and go check it out. And my thought was, if this was true, and the bankruptcy court had said this, why didn't anybody see anything out there in the press or in social media? Because for damn well tootin', if that was me, I would have been like, let me get this out there. I'm gonna get this out there. TMZ, hello. Page 6, hello. Elon Musk, put my shit out there. Hey everybody, I'd be telling everybody. But there's nothing out there. A little sus, a little sus. So that is that. I hope everybody enjoyed my ranting on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It looks like it's gonna be some kind of season. They're getting a new housewife in. Diane Jenkins. They're gonna have her in. She looks like she might be causing a little trouble with Sutton possibly. And it looks like maybe the love affair with Kathy Hilton and the ladies is over, because from the previews it looks like there might be some issues. So, and as I had stated, looks like the only thing that Lisa Rinna is going to be good for is being the shit stirrer. So everybody, please let me know in the comments if you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, what you think. Who's your favorite? My favorite's Garcelle. Who's your least favorite? My least favorite is Rinna, followed by Kyle. So everybody, let me know who your least favorite is. If you watched, what was something you liked about it? What was something you hated about it? What's something you'd like to see? Who do you want to see fired? So everybody let me know. And if I haven't told you already, which I didn't, I love you. Everybody just remember you're loved, seen, and heard. And please make sure to put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there, because everybody needs it. We all need it. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.